Are there criteria to discern whether we are building a fundamentally healthy relationship or whether we are inside a truly toxic one? Yes, there are many. In the Free Heart Journey, we explore them gradually. But for now, let me offer you one fundamental criterion. How is mutual value being treated? There is a very deep connection between the way I perceive myself and the way I perceive the other person. For example, there can be an implicit perception, I am okay, you're not okay. But pay attention, people who truly live inside this logic do not feel valuable deep down. In fact, the inability to recognize the value of the other person is already a sign of difficulty in contacting one's own authentic value. So it happens. The person constantly seeks confirmation of their superiority, and when that confirmation does not come, they may become aggressive, devaluing, or manipulative. Often people remain in these relationships because certain needs are apparently being met, though in a distorted way: the need for protection, the need for approval, the need for tenderness, the need to feel important. On the other side, the opposite dynamic may appear: you are okay, I am not okay. Then people enter relationships in which they try to feel valuable only through the other person. They become dependent on the other person's gaze in order to perceive their own worth. But here too, genuine reciprocity is missing. There is no truly free exchange. The relationship risks becoming a form of dependency. There is also another possible dynamic. Neither I nor you are okay. These are relationships in which people gradually isolate themselves from the world and begin to believe that nobody can truly understand them. And deep down, often unconsciously, this conviction is acting. We are not precious. Yet the biblical language is different. It is the language of preciousness. You're precious in my eyes and honored, and I love you. And this does not mean being perfect. We all have fragilities, limits, and wounds. Yet a structural preciousness remains within every person, within you. When this preciousness is recognized, then it becomes possible to care for oneself, for the other person, for the relationships, and for one's path of growth. But when deep down we do not perceive ourselves as precious, care becomes very difficult. I would say impossible, because everything is experienced as a threat, comparison, or fear of losing value. So the great criterion is this relationship. In this relationship, are my value and the value of the other person truly being recognized and cared for? Where this happens, something beautiful can grow. Respect, freedom, mutual encouragement, the capacity for dialogue, the possibility of working on oneself and on the relationship, real relational growth. Because the relationship no longer begins from the fear of losing value, but from the awareness that one's value does not depend on the other person, and then it becomes possible to build together a relationship of value. Of course, this is a process, but it is a vital one. These are anthropological conditions that concern every kind of relationship: romantic relationships, friendships, community life, family life. So the real question becomes, do you recognize that you are in relationships where mutual value is truly recognized, protected, and cared for?